The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. You have to feel sorry for that fool. The problem is when the fool is telling you what's important and what's news and what isn't. Then he might be fooling you. I'm Randall Terry. This is Voice of Resistance. Welcome to the broadcast, friend. This past Saturday marked President Trump's 100th day in office. This is a day when traditionally the left-wing main fake news just tries to mock the president, show how he didn't get anything done. And so the president went around them and spoke at a huge rally in Harrisburg, massive rally in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The problem is that most people have a life and didn't get to watch it. And then if you did turn on the news Saturday night or Sunday morning, what did you see? Blah, 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 talking heads. So we're going to let you see the entire speech. It's one of the greatest services that I can offer to you as a fellow American is to just let the president talk in his own words. You don't need to hear me, another talking head. So I give you our president, Donald J. Trump.
And we're taking steps to renegotiate or cancel any agreement that fails to protect American interests. Here are just some of our great achievements from the first 100 days. And I will tell you, in addition to that, we have built such strong foundations with the leaders of foreign countries, and we're set to rock. But we have great relationships with Germany and Japan and China and so many others. The UK, such great relationships. That's part of the process. We've appointed and confirmed a brand new justice of the United States Supreme Court. Justice Neil Gorsuch, who will uphold the Constitution and the right of Americans to govern their own affairs. And the last time a new Supreme Court justice was confirmed in the first 100 days was 136 years ago in 1881, and I was devastated to hear that because I thought I'd be the only one to have done that. A long time ago. To protect our jobs and our economic freedom, I immediately withdrew the United States from the horrible, disastrous, would have been another NAFTA but worse, Trans-Pacific Partnership. That would have taken your jobs in Pennsylvania, that I can tell you. That was a total hoax. The TPP would have been a tremendous disaster for our country, and we are not going to surrender Pennsylvania jobs ever again. We've done that once before. It's not going to happen. We've just launched an investigation into foreign steel dumping and aluminum dumping throughout our country. We are reviewing every single trade deal, and wherever there is cheating, we will take immediate action, and there will be penalties. And we have with us tonight Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross and one of the great, great people on fair trade and good trade, Mr. Peter Navarro. Thank you. Thank you. And we will renegotiate NAFTA, and if we don't get a good deal and a fair deal for our country, and I've been saying for a long time, we'll either renegotiate or we'll terminate. I announced the other day we were going to terminate. Everybody said we'll terminate. Two people that I like very much, the President of Mexico, Prime Minister of Canada, they called up. They said, could we negotiate? I said, yes, we can renegotiate. So we'll start a renegotiation, and hopefully it'll be fair for everybody. And if it's not a fair deal for our country, because you have to understand, We have been on the wrong side of the NAFTA deal with Canada and with Mexico for many, many years, many decades. We can't allow it to happen. So we're going to renegotiate, and if we can't make a fair deal for our companies and our workers, we will terminate NAFTA, okay? Our directives will put brand new Pennsylvania steel into the spine of America. We've ordered billions and billions of dollars in unpaid duties to be collected at the border from countries that break the rules, and that just started. It's going to be a lot coming in.
Have Muslim terrorists hijacked the peaceful religion of Islam? Or is there more to the story? The answer lies in the life of one man, Muhammad, the founder of Islam. Muslim terrorists see themselves inside a 1,400-year-old story, a narrative that focuses on specific events in the life of Muhammad. We are going to look at Muhammad's life using their most sacred literature. We will look at Muhammad at the Battle of Badr. We'll see him deal with those who mock him. We'll see the times when he used deception. We'll witness Muhammad's anti-Semitism. And yes, we will discuss Muhammad and his teachings concerning sex, slavery, and jihad. Friend, if you want to understand Islamic terrorism, get this series today.
We just want fairness, and I followed through on my promise and issued a new government directive to buy American and hire American. In just these first few months, we've created 99,000 new construction jobs, 49,000 new manufacturing jobs, and 27,000 new mining jobs. Who are the miners here? The miners, finally. We're taking care of our miners. We love our miners. And we have over 600,000 new jobs. And by the way, the stock market since our election is through the roof. I believe from the point of the election, isn't it too bad that the Obama administration gets a lot of credit for those couple of months? But it's all right, because we're doing fine, but they get credit for that because people started going wild with the stock. But I believe we have a record from the time we got elected, from November 8th. We have a record, an all-time record, for the biggest increase in the stock market. So I'm very happy about that. We've removed the shackles on energy exploration imposed by the last administration, lifting the restrictions on the production of oil, shale, and natural gas. And very importantly for Pennsylvania, we have ended the war on beautiful clean coal, and we are putting our great coal miners back to work. We love our miners. I'm also very pleased to say that we have finally cleared the way for the construction of the Keystone XL and Dakota Access pipelines. 48,000 new jobs. They couldn't get their approvals. We got them their approvals in 24 hours, one day. And I want to tell you, the heads of those two companies, they didn't know what the hell happened. They said, how did this happen? They should go to bed and say their prayers. But that's going to be approximately 48,000 jobs. My administration has also scrapped a job-killing regulation that was threatening our auto workers. We want more cars made in the USA, and that's going to happen. We've created a new rule which requires that for every one new regulation, 2 old regulations must be eliminated. And we have signed massive executive orders clearing up the environmental bureaucracy. We're going to have jobs, and you're seeing them already. We've also been very busy on the legislative front, which we have gotten no credit for, and yet I am signing away. I've signed 29 new bills, a record not surpassed since the Truman administration. This includes 13 resolutions to eliminate intrusive federal regulations, the most ever signed in our history. In keeping our promise to our veterans, I've signed legislation to extend veterans' choice. And David, the head of the Veterans Administration, is here with us tonight. David Shulkin. He's done an incredible job. And we've increased by 42% the approval for veterans using the Choice program. I've also created an Office of Accountability at the VA. Our message to federal workers is clear. If you fail our veterans, you will be held accountable. First time.
Friend, we have a series that will help you and those you love to have an impact on this country. It's called Insurrecta Nex. That's Latin for revolution against the killing of innocent people. This is the history, the philosophy, and the theology of social revolution in America. We look at the Stamp Act, the Boston Tea Party, the abolition of slavery, the abolition of child labor, women's voting rights, the civil rights movement. All of them have this in common: courage, sacrifice, dedication, and in-your-face tactics and rhetoric. That's one of the reasons that we've been losing the culture wars the last 40 years, is because the bad guys are using these tactics and we aren't. We will send you this 14-part TV series along with these manuals for students, a teacher's facilitator guide for only $40. Go to 304-289-3700, 304-289-3700.
To create accountability across government, I've issued a 5-year ban on federal officials becoming lobbyists after they leave government service. Good? I've got a lot of people in my staff who are not exactly happy with that one, but that's okay. And I've issued a lifetime ban on federal officials becoming lobbyists for a foreign government. I've imposed these bans for a simple reason. It is time to drain the swamp and that's what we're doing in Washington, D.C. Perhaps in no area have past governments sold out special interests and foreign lobbyists more than on the issue of immigration. Year after year, you pleaded for Washington to enforce our laws. As illegal immigration surged, refugees flooded in, and lax vetting threatened your family's safety and security. Your pleas have finally been... Oh, don't worry, we're going to have the wall. Don't worry about it. You know, we've done so well at the border, a lot of people are saying, oh, wow, maybe the president doesn't need the wall. We need the wall to stop the drugs and the human trafficking. We need the wall. In just 100 days, we have taken historic steps to secure our border, imposed needed immigration control like you've never seen before. Is that true? And properly screen and vet those seeking admission into our country. They are going to come in because they love our country. We're not taking them otherwise. We are operating on a very simple principle, that our immigration system should put the needs of American workers, American families, American companies, and American citizens first. I appointed a great military general, John Kelly, to lead the Department of Homeland Security. Since my election, we've already achieved an unprecedented 73% reduction in illegal crossings on our southern border, the greatest reduction in the history of our country, and we just started. The world is getting the message. If you try to illegally enter the United States, you will be caught, detained, deported, or put in prison, and it will happen. As I campaigned across the nation, I met with the grieving mothers and fathers of children who had been killed, viciously killed, violently killed by illegal immigrants. And I made them a promise. We will protect American lives. Your family member will not have died in vain. Last week, we opened an office to support the victims of immigration crime called Voice, to make sure that no American victim is ever again ignored by their government. Not going to happen anymore.
What Would Mohammed Do? Islamic Terrorism Explained is the best movie series documentary ever produced on the life of Muhammad and Islam. How do I know? Because it's what critics are saying. John Moore, radio host and author, said, I learned more from What Would Mohammed Do about Islam and Islamic terrorism than I've learned from everything I ever read and watched in my entire life. Best-selling author Dr. Bill Warner said, What Would Mohammed Do is the best movie series, TV production on the life of Muhammad and Islamic terrorism that has ever been produced. Friends, this is what the experts are saying. No one has ever done what we've done. I encourage you to get 1, 2, 4 copies. Call 304-289-3700. That's 304-289-3700, or order it at the address or the website that you see on the screen. For those of you who are political activists, I have 2 books that are must-reads for you, and you need them in your library. 1, The Book That Made America, How the Bible Formed Our Nation, and 2, Confrontational Politics. I love both of these books. The book by Jerry Newcomb comes highly recommended by Ann Coulter. It gives you the ammunition so that you can say and see for yourself that the Bible was indeed the foundation of this republic. We weren't built to be a secular nation. We were built to be a God-fearing nation on the principles of Christianity as laid out in the Scriptures. And confrontational politics, this puts to rest forever the lie that we should be nicer than Jesus when it comes to political activism. If we're going to win, we have to be confrontational. Only $25 for both books. Call 304-289-3700. That's 304-289-3700.
And many people are now talking, as I just said, and using this tremendous early progress on the border to say we don't need the kind of safety that we really do need, including the wall. We need safety. We need cameras. We need all of the things that we're going to be putting in, and we need the wall. And we will build the wall as sure as you are standing there tonight. We need the wall. We'll build the wall, folks. Don't even worry about it. Go to sleep. Go home, go to sleep. Rest assured. That's the final thing. We need it. We need it. And if the Democrats knew what the hell they were doing, they'd approve it so easy, because we want to stop crime in our country. Obviously, they don't mind illegals coming in. They don't mind drugs pouring in. They don't mind, excuse me, MS-13 coming in. We're getting them all out of here. Members of Congress who will be voting on border security have a simple choice. They can either vote to help drug cartels and criminal aliens trying to enter the United States, like, frankly, the Democrats are doing, or they can vote to help American citizens and American families be safe. That's the choice. Who do you want to represent you? Unfortunately, Democrats in Congress have no leadership. They're rudderless. Senator Schumer is a bad leader. I've known him a long time. Senator Schumer's a bad leader, not a natural leader at all. He works hard to study leadership. When you have to study leadership, you got problems. And his policies are hurting innocent Americans and making it easier for drug dealers to enter our country. Schumer is weak on crime and wants to raise your taxes through the roof. He is a poor leader, known him a long time, and he's leading the Democrats to doom. It's sad to see for our country what's happening to the Democrat Party. At the heart of my administration's efforts to restore the rule of law has been a nationwide crackdown on criminal gangs, and that means taking the fight to the sanctuary cities that shield these dangerous criminals from removal.
I hope that you've enjoyed what you've seen, friend. The point of this is to let you decide. You don't have to have somebody from Fox or CNN or ABC tell you what you should be thinking. You watch it. You think. You listen to the president. You weigh the facts. All right, I've got to go. By the way, we are in the middle of a very, very important, very moving, very intense project called Finding Miss Norma. Norma McCorvey, the Jane Roe of Roe versus Wade. Norma was a friend of mine. She left this life. She died in February. And this is a debt of honor to her, a duty to see that her memory is safeguarded. Go to GoFundMe.com/Miss Norma. I'm sorry, GoFundMe.com/Finding Miss Norma. It's there on your screen. If you want to read why I'm doing this, and you can even see the trailer, okay? We need your help. If you want to have your name on the screen as a producer or someone who helped pull it together, you'll see how you can do that. God bless you, and we'll be with you tomorrow.